I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Caleb going to throw right away. Escaping the pressure right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
From the gun, here's Williams. He'll get this complete downfield to Kmet. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down. Looking to throw is Williams. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. The Bears had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Moore, the man in motion. Working out of the gun, Williams. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Williams going to sneak it. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. Caleb Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Complete to Johnston here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay, and early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things, that's what people are looking for.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You look at this Bears defense.
They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays.
St. Brown motioning left.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down as he'll get this down inside the 40.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Lions are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
And there's an offense that didn't panic after getting down early, and with good reason. No better way to silence a home crowd than with a nice, long, sustained drive. And they were able to put one together here and finish with the touchdown run.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. This will be caught downfield by Moore.
He juked him, and he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A huge play there for Chicago. 56 yards. 7-7, our score after 1.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw, Williams. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
At the 17-yard line.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Throwing is Williams. That pass complete to Moore.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
19 tight, 19 tight. Warriors 70. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down.
Flush to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
70. Hurt, hurt. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready, ready.
They'll go. Here's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
At the 2-yard line.
Come on, set. Set, go.
Swift is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
And the Bears are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Here's Williams. And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Chicago Bears.
To the air, Williams.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
It's another 1st down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams.
He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Williams with a little touch pass forward. All right, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
60 Maverick, Mustang 19.
To throw once more, here's Williams. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second and 10. They'll set up to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Back to throw again. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Looking to throw is Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Oh, Odunze wide open. It's complete. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Williams. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cole Kmet in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime. Santos with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Gibbs straight ahead. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Well, it could have gone for more.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
In motion right is Johnston.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Eluding the pressure right. And he coughed it up.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out of this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime, because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores to come back and win this game.
Yeah, this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Working out of the gun, Williams.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
From the gun, here's Williams.
Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Detroit. 54 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Gibbs is in for a Lions touchdown.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. He'll get this complete downfield to Kmet. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll fire deep, looking for more. Touchdown, Bears!
DJ Moore, 38 yards.
And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Lions are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 19 tight, 19 tight. Warrior 70.
To throw, Williams. And firing a deep ball for Kmet.
And that's caught inside the 35. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
Throwing is Williams.
Buying time to his left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Tag. Panther 11, Panther 11. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Tracker 60, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, go.
Williams going to look to throw again.
Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
18 Pioneer.
Williams from the gun on third down.
Now he's flushed out right.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
A 42-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Burst by him near the 35. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
2nd and 9 now. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Back to throw now on first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Trap 60. 79 Broncos. Go.
To the air, Williams.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 19 tight. 9 Warriors. 70. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready.
To throw, it's Williams.
Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to 4th down.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on
Let's go
4th.
now. Panther 11. Panther 11. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
On the jump.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here we go. Here we go. Track 60.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Montez Sweat, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Cut 19. Cut 19. And take off.
They're going to look to throw. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And he's going to be dumped there, but he does have a 1st down.
Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Here we go. Set. 18. Pioneer. Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
So here we go with the onside kick. They'll need a recovery and a touchdown. A field goal does them no good. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Williams with a little touch pass forward.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
60 Maverick.
Here's Williams.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. He hits more.
And he is going to have the Bears first. And that should be the capper.
Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Ready. Mustang 19. Trap 60. Trap 60. Hut, hut.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
At the 39-yard line.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And we talked so much about the turnover